Guys, what's going on? It's been a little bit of a time. It's been a minute since we've been live. We've had some stuff going on. I've had some like the worst illness I've ever had, and just a lot of crazy stuff going on with work, family, all that life stuff. But we're back for another episode of the program that you guys love, The Scope, an FPS podcast that talks about, you guessed it, FPS games. I'm one of your co-hosts, Crash. Welcome in everybody. Joined by my fellow co-hosts, Buff and Blue. What's up, men?
In a minute.
I had you guys muted, so there we go.
Good.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
See, we're getting back
hello.
into it. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit.
I have to mix audio every time too.
You got to get back into the flow of things for sure.
It always resets every week now, so that's one of the exciting parts about the whole thing. How you guys been? It's been like forever.
Been good, man. Just playing some video games and enjoying some semi-decent weather here. So gotta get it while I can.
Oh man, it's been raining nonstop where I'm at now. It's the rainy season, man.
It's been that here too, but we get some sunny days here and there. So when we have sunny days, I am trying to get out.
Do it, man.
We actually had nutty rain here too. I had to work. Like I had to measure floods. It was nutty, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I made I don't think anyone cares or should care, but I made like the first ever all 100% drone discharge measurement in the entire world ever. So it's pretty cool.
What is it? Break it down. Yeah, break it down to us.
Well, I'm operate a stream gauging network for my job where like we do real-time graphs of what the river's doing, and we have to measure discharge at different stages. So when it's flood, we have to measure that water so people like know how much is coming downstream. They got to evacuate people or whatever. And a lot of times there's like near our gauges, there's like a bunch of water that flows over the road, and it's really dangerous for us to measure. We have to like try to wade into it or launch a boat in the ditch, and it sucks. We have to measure it somehow. Well, I figured out a new way to measure it with a drone, so nobody has to get into it. And it's pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
Dang. Okay. Out here getting about to start getting Nobel Peace Prizes.
I don't think that works like that. But maybe. I mean, I'm down. They want to send one my way.
Saving lives out there, Crash.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I tell my wife, and she rolls her eyes, and it's good.
Saving lives out there, babe.
Somebody's got to do it, man. Why not me?
Why not you?
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, I've been like rocking Gray Zone. I've been playing the shit out of
Dude,
Gray Zone.
Your streams have been popping off
Yeah,
on
my
that.
Twitch
Yeah,
streams
you got
already
you went
like
huge. I love it.
You're just like PvPing all the time now.
Yeah, we got at the end of last night's stream. I now have a new mission. We figured out a way to put the 5x scope on handguns. So we have this giant scope, and I'm running around with a Glock with snail rounds. And also, we also figured out, shout out Compy to Con from chat. He showed us a way to put the 5x on the 1911 government 45 ACP sidearm.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So we have 5x's on 1911s. All right. The Lord sidearm. Okay.
Love it.
My World Wars.
So we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, dude. I even forgot Siege X came out. I haven't even tried it yet.
I know.
I know
you've been busy.
Has anyone played Hunter Call of the Wild?
I have not. No.
I haven't played it in a while, but I played it when like around the hype area of it, I guess you could say.
What always happens is like with these summer game fests, and if you guys are listening, that's what the topic of the day's show is. We're just going to talk about games we've been playing and like stuff that we picked out and takeaways from Summer Game Fest. And like, man, every time I watch those, I get FOMO about me like never playing very many chill games. Like there's always all kinds of different games and RPGs and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I wish I played something sometimes that I could just sit at and chill, which I guess is American Truck Simulator. But for some reason, my head just went to Hunter Call of the Wild because like I like to hunt in real life all the time. I thought it'd be kind of funny like to see like how realistic it was and stuff. So I've been like looking at trailers and watching streams and looking at content of Hunter Call of the Wild lately. Go 360 no scope some elk or something. Can you like slide cancel B hop in that game, Blue?
Like, sadly no. Sadly, no.
Fly around a corner and no scope a mule deer.
I mean, I guess you technically could. You technically could. There's no slide cancel. No, there's no omni movement. Sorry, that's what you were looking
That
for.
is my favorite. Do you think there'll be omni movement in Black Ops 7?
That's all they're gonna talk about. That's all they're gonna,
Dude,
forget the story.
That portion,
the cool trailer.
That portion of today's program is going to be pretty funny.
I cannot wait. I'm very excited for that.
You know what though? What was it? Speaking of like chill games though, there's I forgot what game it was. It's like a medieval simulator kind of, where you like have to build a village from scratch and then like slowly take over regions around you and stuff like that. Like you literally start off with a settlement, you work your way up, you have to put farms and feed your people and stuff like that. I forgot what it's called. I literally just saw it yesterday. It's not Mordau, it's not Chivalry, but I saw it pop up, and I think that's on sale. Also, Chivalry 2's on sale. So like I've been kind of looking at like just like medieval games recently, just to kind of also do the same thing, like kind of just get away from all the super first person shooter games. And I just saw that and I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. And I remember it came out, so I might look into it and possibly buy it just to do something chill like that as well too.
Nice. Yeah, I always get like visions of grandeur about how I'm going to find some super cool immersive game and just hang out and play it, but I don't even really ever have time. And then we got like the Arc Raiders like bait and switch thing, where everyone was like sure it was going to shadow drop a beta, and then it just gave a date. Like that was that. I mean, it's all good or whatever, but that was dirty work from Embark Studios, man, because they had the countdown in the exe file. Like, so if you guys don't know, a lot of reason people were thinking it was going to drop at Summer Game Fest is because that's what they want. Like, number one, that's what they did with the finals. And then number two, there was like a countdown. There was an update that went live and it had an exe file in it that you could click on, and you couldn't click play. And it had a countdown in it to Summer Games Fest. So everyone thought it was going to be like an open beta or something. But it's not, it wasn't. It was a trailer.
Not even close.
Dude, people were so mad.
Yeah. Everyone was certain it was coming out right now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting topic, though, because on one hand, you have everybody that's mad that wanted to play it. I think getting mad over video game launch is silly. Like, there's real life stuff to be concerned about. But I mean, I get it that you want to play it. What did Embark Studios mess up? Like, because they could have hit this hype train of the clean release without any competition. Now they're going to be up against presumably whatever the next Battlefield is going to be called, the Black Ops 7. And a couple other games that are launching this fall that are pretty big games. They're launching in that season. And this isn't a free to play game. It's going to be a premium title. So do you think they messed up by not capitalizing?
Embark or
Embark, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think if you with Call of Duty right now, I think if you deliver the right game, especially with Call of Duty competition, you're going to still get a huge audience, because Call of Duty, like I've been saying on Twitter, and some of my posts like blew up, which we'll talk about, but it was like, it's basically COD 2K25 at this point, and we're at 2K26, 27. It's the same crap every year, and everyone's buying it. So if another development studio comes out with something good, I think it's still going to be very successful around the same time, for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think it's gonna get caught in between releases or anything like that. I hope not, but again, I think it's so different, it's so new, and it actually was really good in the play test and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna be any issues.
Yeah, man. The people are like dying for this game, dude. Did you see the trailer? I thought the trailer was kind of weird too. It wasn't like their normal trailers, but it was different. It was different. It's definitely, I think it's setting up the universe a little bit more compared to a lot of the gameplay trailers that have been coming out. So that could be a reason why. But yeah, but
it looks good.
I think the
cinematic team's on point. That's for sure. I
think it's still pretty cool. It's gonna be this one's gonna be one that's gonna be cool to watch, because I'm really curious how, like, an extraction shooter this game seems like it would do really well as free to play, but it's not going to be free to play. So I'm interested to see how that plays out for them, like what the player counts are and stuff like that. But I mean, it is going to be. Don't you guys think it's going to be absolutely insanely massive on console? Like,
Huge.
Oh,
For
100%.
sure. Huge.
So yeah, there's not many good extraction. I mean, Vigor was really the only one on Xbox, and that didn't do so great. So this one's gonna be huge.
yeah, I think it'll be crazy. But we'll have to see. Yeah, see what it looks like, and then yeah, I was just gonna kind of go through some of these games if you guys want to. I mean, I don't know when you want to have the COD discussion.
Whenever you feel like
We
me
do.
ranting, because I'm
To
ready
be
to
honest,
rant.
we should probably have it now and
Or
get
do-
it out of the
Do
way.
we wait till he comes? Do we wait till he comes back? Don't you
That's
gotta-
true. Don't you gotta
Oh,
have like 10 minutes.
yeah, I got a bug, and let me see where it is. I got an order coming here, so it'll be 52. So we got like 7 minutes. So maybe if there's something you can tee up before then, otherwise it'll literally be a minute and I'll be gone. So
Gotcha. We could talk about the Splitgate stuff. So that
yeah,
was
let's do that.
I am so out of the loop on this whole thing. I know like everyone got mad because he had a make FPS great again hat, which what like
I
that?
wouldn't even say that's the main reason why people were upset.
Yeah, well, fill
From
me
what I
in.
could tell, I think from what I could tell, it was that the whole issue was that he went on and said, all these other companies are prioritizing microtransactions and monetization of their game, and and crapping on Halo and Call of Duty and stuff like that. And then I guess what the issue, even though it is a free to play game, it's definitely not up my alley because it's just the way it looks and the super colorful aspects of it. But they went on and then put out cosmetics that were super expensive. I think I forgot the exact amount, but they put a major discount on it as to like try to appeal to those that kept talking about how expensive it was. I think it was like $80-$90
I think it
for
was
some skins.
140.
Or
I think I
yeah, I
remember
was like,
seeing like
okay,
40.
that's what it. So I think it went down to 80, and then
Yeah.
again it went down to 40 after that. But yeah. So like the fact of like it's really just a skin that cost that much was a bit outrageous. They went out and said, oh, it's not it's not game breaking. It's not a pay to win mechanic. It's just skins. And then on top of that, the main the guy who wore the hat, I forgot his name, but um he went on and started making a bunch of tweets and
I
videos
saw
on
that. Yeah.
like specifically the Splitgate like account on X, and started saying, like, oh, I wasn't involved in those meetings. I was like, what?
He said he didn't
What do
even
you?
know it was that
Yeah, like you didn't
price.
even know.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? How does the main guy for Splitgate not know that? I find that really hard to believe. And it doesn't work well because either you were lying and you knew, but you just wanted to get yourself out that the heat, which also didn't work either, or you didn't know and you have really bad employees under you that should have let you know. So either way, it's not good either way. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. If you're lying about not knowing, that's terrible. And if you also are truthfully don't know, that's pretty terrible.
Like I can see
Yeah.
it from a CEO perspective though. Like you have so much going on. I can understand him not knowing that. Like I buy that and the fact that it came down, but it does seem more like it seems like more of a PR cleanup because before you do that, we're in the make FPS grading on and stuff like that. You would, as a CEO, I feel like you would review some of that stuff. Maybe it's tough to say because as a CEO, you have a lot of high level things to worry about, right? So it's hard. I mean, they lowered it, but it seems more like a PR correction to me.
It was, and it's still currently sitting at mixed reviews, which sucks because from what I've heard, it's a good game. Like there's nothing bad about it. It runs well. It the shooting mechanics are pretty good. So like overall, it's a great game. But I think they should have just let the game speak for itself more. I think people were hating on the hat specifically, which I thought was just unwarranted. There was no need for that. Whatever.
It's
Who
obviously
cares?
a
I mean,
joke, man. Like
it's literally a joke, you know. So it's definitely, again, I think most of us here in this podcast, and I'm pretty sure most people in the audience that are listening and are watching right now don't really care for this, like, you know, that fluid movement, another battle royale, the colorfulness. It's a cool mechanic of like the portals and stuff like
My
that. I always thought Splitgate, the first one was, it felt like a good Halo alternative.
man, but that
Um, you know,
that's where I'm at though. My question, like, is way before all this stuff, and I'm like, was Splitgate 1 so good we needed a Splitgate 2? Like that's
I didn't even know there was a Splitgate 1, to be honest.
yeah.
When was
yeah.
that? Like, I had no clue.
It's one of those games where it's like it did kind of fly under the radar because this is still at the time when like Halo was still, you know, doing Halo things. It was like around Halo 5 time, and then what was it? Call of Duty was still doing its thing. Battlefield was still out, so it definitely got overshadowed by some of the giant, titans of the games. But now, when the titans are basically falling on their ass, you have games like Splitgate and stuff like that, and Arc Raiders, and just all those smaller studios that come out and say, look at our game. I think, going back into the Arc Raiders thing, like, they did it right. They let the game really speak for itself, and
Definitely.
let creators and people playing the game who are making videos, like, basically market it for them. And then you have Splitgate, where he just, he went in hot and heavy pretty early on, which, you know, whether you care for the hat or not, you still should have just let the game speak for itself. And you know, again, I know there's an audience out there for it. It's been a while since we've seen like a bigger battle royale game, I would say, or game mode come out, because Splitgate also, it's just a game mode within the game itself. It's not the full focus is battle royale. So because
Yeah.
they have, your capture the flag and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So again, it is like a Halo alternative with just portals, I should say. And again, it's just not, the artwork and the ambiance is just not for us.
I did find a couple things pretty funny. I thought it was funny that the fact that he's like, make FPS great again. We got to, take him back to the roots, and he literally released another free to play battle royale with skin economy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you can't call yourself you're wanting to go back to the roots of FPSs and then basically put in the things that really made FPSs nowadays just crappy. It's all about focused on skins and
but I didn't think,
monetization
yeah,
instead
I
of the
just,
actual game, which just sucks. Is like, the game's good, but you focused on trashing other games.
but yeah, like it never, yeah, it's like you trashed other games and then you did exactly what all those other games did, the free to play BR with skins.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of silly.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I never liked the whole portal thing. I thought it was I'm too old for it. I'm just too old for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what they should have done is just, even if they made it free to play, um, well, to be honest, if they wanted to go that route of like not having it where it's like games nowadays, it probably should. This might be a little controversial. It shouldn't have been free to play, but you earn everything in game, kind of like how old school games were back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
that's
like,
one of the
it's like,
reasons.
because like real quick, is because like the recently Halo announced the Hayabusa, I think, helmet again, the skin pack. I think it's a Hayabusa or Hayabusa.
I'm popping out, by the way. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It was Halo 3, like, samurai looking helmet. Back a Hayabusa helmet. And back then, when someone had that, you knew they were a skilled player. Because that you had to earn your way to unlock that. Now you could just buy it. Same thing with Splitgate, where it's like, you see all these cool skins, but most likely someone just pulled out their wallet and paid for it, instead of uh showcasing that you have skill in the game, which I think should have been the way to go.
Yeah. And I mean, I just all the games with that whole, like, where they earn their money on skins, I just feel like it gets to be where that's all you get in the game. And if you're like a reasonable person and maybe you see a skin you like, it's a game you play a lot, you buy one or two. But that's just so much content you're never going to experience. And that means like the devs and the studios are making content that you're never going to experience instead of making new game modes, new maps, new guns, new actual playable content. They're making content that you purchase and then you're in an FPS game. You don't even freaking see it because you're wearing it. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm tired of the skin stuff. I just thought it was really ironic. Number one, like Splitgate 1 was not crazy. Like, why didn't they just add a BR and stuff to that? Why did they have?
Why?
What
I remember
warranted
Splitgate 1 got canceled originally. It got like shut down.
Yeah,
It
they
was
shut
like
it
no
down
one's
early.
playing it. Yeah, so
So
you
like,
know,
what warranted a Splitgate 2? Like, I don't know. It's a question that I have that will probably go unanswered, but we'll see. We'll see. It's bold strategy caught, and we'll see how it pays off for it, kind of thing. But that's what got me. Excuse me, dude. This is the worst cold I've ever had.
It's been affecting you for a few days or
no
almost a week.
This is like the second week.
Oh, geez.
And when I get sick, I very rarely get sick, and I'm 3 days max. I got it knocked out in like 2-3 days. And this is just killing me, man. It's crazy. But anyway, probably new COVID variant. Breaking news.
And we're canceled.
But yeah, dude, I did. I had to go to the emergency room the other night because it was making my nose bleed, like my sinuses being inflamed. And I was on blood thinners for my heart procedure, so my nose would not stop bleeding for like hours. And I was like losing a lot of blood. It was crazy. Yeah, and I've had a nosebleed like every day since. It's wild. I hate it here. But yeah, back to the video games. Sorry guys. Not to get into Crash's health issues. This has been like the stupidest year for me for health issues, man. It was on the biggest year. That happened, Blue.
That sucks. I remember because I was just lurking the entire time, and then like I looked over and I see your webcam. I was like, what happened to your webcam? And you were like, and it turned it back off, your hand covered.
I got raided by 850 people too. And
Jeez.
Like my nose started bleeding. I was like, so annoying, dude.
I think someone was saying like, yeah, it broke your nose, that raid or something like that.
Yeah. But no, what I was saying was like, that's one of the reasons that got me back into Gray Zone even before this patch. Because Arena Breakout, I was having so much fun playing it, but you just start to see like behind the curtain a little bit how it's balanced for skins and stuff. This game's probably the same. I mean, maybe not, but
well, I mean, the lack of content within the amount of time they've had kind of shows that more, where you could be using these resources and the teams could be focused on actually making content for the game, but no, they're focused on trying to find ways to make money through in-game monetization.
Yeah, I guess it kind of supports that theory of mine. I'm not saying that's how it works, because like different teams could work on different things, but it feels like they spend all the time working on skins because that's where they make money, and then you don't get any other content. But that's what made me go back to Gray Zone a little bit, because it kind of feels good to play a game that you just paid for and you own everything in it, and you don't have the FOMO of like, oh, there's new skins or new weapons that I need to pay for or something. It's like you own it and you play it when you want to for as long as you want to, and you don't have to worry about paying for anything. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That's kind of what pushed me back to that way, because I'm tired of this stuff. But yeah, make FPS great again, even though we're going to do the same thing that they've been doing for the last 20 years. So got it.
Yeah. And then it's just the fact of the CEO specifically is out there a lot, putting his face out there, trying to kind of combat a lot of the bad PR. And I can only imagine his actual PR team just like, dude, stop making videos, please.
Yeah.
Let us handle it.
But Buff was saying was like CEOs are busy and stuff like that. But I was like, this guy's like, I don't know if it's that their company's that big.
It could be. I think it's a smaller team. I mean, they literally only have 2 games under the belt, which is Splitgate 1 and now Splitgate 2. So it's 1047 games. Ian is his name, by the way. I just found it. Ian something.
Yeah, no. I saw ABI's beta testing the new season, and I didn't even like try to sign up for it or anything. So I know what it's gonna be like. I think there's like a map expansion.
I've seen Buff's tweets on X just basically calling them out, and it's hilarious every time.
Did you?
He's like,
Paul?
oh, so what? We're gonna, yeah. It's like, what?
Oh,
We're gonna be
yeah.
waiting for like another gun in like 7 years, or something like
Dude,
that. I
yeah,
forgot
that's
what
what
it
I
was.
said. I was like,
Yeah.
what is it, 17 months? I'm like, what guns do you want to see? And I listed, and I was like, are we actually going to get new guns, or are you just going to release what's already in the mobile game in 17 months when you do an
Yeah,
update?
exactly.
I think this
Yeah.
update's coming. This update's coming a lot faster, but it's only a map expansion, and then it's just gonna be more of the same. It's gonna be more of the same, like thermals.
I thought they
and-
said new guns too, though,
I'm
but
sure there will be, right?
but
think-
I mean, my biggest thing with that update, same as Owen said, is like, okay, so we have two usable guns. You have a gun, the SVT-40, like awesome. You know, it's a World War II gun, and then pistols. So it's like the really only thing to get hyped about is the AK-12 and the MCX. So it's like you need, you know, the mobile version has a bunch of guns already. Just dump them in the game. I don't know why they're staggering it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Variety is good for games. So.
but they also dropped the SVT that shoots red ammo that you can buy on the marketplace.
Well, that's
in one
the
tap
thing is
everything.
like it's a dumb gun that I would never use, but a lot of people will use it because of that. But I'm not a fan of those guns, so I won't use it. But yeah, I mean that's something they need to correct before releasing new guns. Obviously,
Yeah.
not good.
Yep.
I was hoping for big monetization changes in season 2 or whatever, and it didn't happen, so I was kind of over it. Did the all right, Blue, is it Pioneer or Pioneer?
It's technically Pioneer, but I'm calling it Pioneer because that's how everyone else should mention and say it. I'm sorry.
I have a really hard time saying Pioneer. I don't want to say it. I just don't. Did they announce anything, or does you just get to
it
play
was
it, or can you
just
talk
a
about
demo, which apparently everyone's having the same issues on it. So you load in, you play the prologue, and then you get stuck on a never-ending loading screen to get to the actual like main hub where all other players would be. Um, they even posted out yesterday that they're having server stability issues, and they're working on it. So it was just posted yesterday, and no word on that now. But
What is the what's the play like? What's the demo supposed to consist of? Like, how far are you supposed to be able to get?
Apparently you're supposed to be able to get in after with the prologue and maybe check out some more stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be like you're doing PvP in there specifically. I'm sure it'll just be PvE mainly, but I mean, from what they stated and what they showcased, it was, you know, like you should be able to get into one of the next areas where there will be called Mushroom Valley, where there should be some actual like hubs and other players walking around, and you can go explore and stuff like that. And it actually starts to level up and stuff like that. Whereas like when you play the demo, you just get the prologue and that's it. That's all you get. So and I got to play the prologue, and it was cool, you know. I definitely think it had a lot of talking in it, like way too much talking, especially in the beginning, where it's just like you're sitting there just pressing skip, next, just to get onto the next, you know, the next thing. And I was trying to like speed run the prologue just to test it myself to see if that was the case. And yeah, I sped ran the prologue and finished it, and then all of a sudden you get stuck in a loading screen. So I was gonna stream it, and then I saw even Tacti sadly try to stream it, and then realized he got stuck, and then went on and played another game. So even heck, Jack Frags made a video on it, and same thing for him. At the end of the 20 minutes of gameplay he posted, it was just nonstop loading. So
jeez,
dang,
yeah. So that kind of sucks. I know. I remember, you know, seeing Fry's videos when they all got early access to it, and it seems like they kind of worked on some things, but there is just a lot of talking, and it's right now we don't know. So, and there's no way to review the game right now yet, of course. So, which is a good thing in my opinion. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's probably good. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's my cup of tea. It's cool, but it's technically supposed to be like an MMO, right?
Yeah, it is an MMO FPS. There's PvE areas, there's PvP zones. I mean, it's kind of like extraction sort of, because then if you go and you die, you'll lose all your gear and stuff like that. You can maybe go back. I don't know yet. So it is it's stalker-ish, but it's very it playing it more, it's very like it feels more like magical than post-apocalyptic, because like the whole area is like a new world instead of here on Earth. So still not so sure how I feel about it, because like there are some moments, like you look at the pictures and you see like an SVD and you see KS 12s, I think is the shotgun.
KS-23.
Yeah,
KS-23. And you see all these cool guns, but the prologue is just like you got a double barrel shotgun that someone gives you, and it's all magical looking, like infused with purple stuff on it. And then it's very colorful, it's very out there, it's not like super grounded as I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, we'll see when it comes out. I mean, I'm sure it'll have a good following because specifically about the PvP, and I think, but it's gonna have crafting and inventory slots and stuff like that. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh, that was the thing. Yeah, Active Matter. That's what Tacti was playing. Oh, that's another game I was watching as well too. Some of my friends play, and I even got invited to test it as well too. But to be honest, watching it and watching gameplay, it just seems so rough. Like the movement is very it's too soft, if you know what I mean. It's like very fluid in terms of like like the dead zone aiming is very, like if I move to the left, it almost like it overcompensates for it. And it's like, I don't know, it just seems like it's very early to be testing right now. It doesn't feel like a full game at all. It feels like a test game. So
Isn't that the one that
I
Fry made the video on roasting it like the other day? Am I thinking the right one? It was made by the old GTA devs.
No, that's Mind's Eye. That's Mind's Eye.
Mind's
Oh,
Eye.
I'm thinking of Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, no. I think Active Matter, cool premise. I mean, there's definitely some really cool like set pieces of like weird worlds that are like sideways, and as soon as you get onto it, you're like upright, and there's like it's pretty hardcore. Like every limb is there that you need to fix up when you get hit and stuff like that. So, but I think just the player controller and stuff like that, I just think it needs a lot more time. It's a lot more time.
Gotcha. So then we had the other one that I thought was interesting was you had Atomic Heart 2 announced, but
I never played the first one.
Alongside of it, you had the Cube, right? Did you see that?
I did not see that. No,
I don't think I saw that actually.
So the Cube is like another MMO FPS set in the Atomic Heart world. So they're essentially coming out with like two games. They're coming out with the Atomic Heart 2, like the game story, and then they're doing the Cube that's in the Atomic
MMO
universe.
FPS or MMO RPG is what it's saying.
It's supposed to be an MMO RPG set in the Atomic Heart universe, like I don't know what the heck you would call it, but like it looks insane. Like it looks crazy. But
okay, I do remember seeing this. Yeah, I think that I saw a lot more cinematics than gameplay, so I was like, all right, I'll wait.
For sure. I wonder. I wonder if an MMO FPS will like ever work. I mean, I know Greyzone tries to call themselves that. I just don't think there's enough in the game to call Greyzone that yet. I don't think there's enough content, enough progression.
I'm just looking. I'm looking at the trailer right now, and around the 55-second marker, there's a girl aiming down her like M4 platform with no sights whatsoever.
Shooting instinctively, dude.
Just there's no
Point
rear
firing,
sight,
brother.
no front sight.
Point fire.
There it is, right there on screen. There it is. Oh my gosh, just.
But I always thought, and I always like FPS games, but I have a hard time getting like hooked into them. But I was like, if you ever got an MMO like that was actually cool, that was an FPS, it would be sweet. I just don't think Greyzone's not an MMO, man. It's not massive. Like there's 16 people in the faction on the map. It's not a massive
multiplayer game for sure.
So you can't. I don't think you can call it that. So I think that nomenclature is a tad off. But no, the cube looks crazy. If you guys are interested in like it, it feels like a steampunk futuristic kind of. It's like futuristic, but there's also like old time stuff, almost like the newer Wolfensteins or something, like an alternate reality, like an alternate future is what it feels like. Atomic Heart, but in that vein is like that stuff. And then
Yeah.
the other thing I want to talk about, because I just want to say it and share my feelings with you guys, because this is a safe space.
It is.
There's
Very
a
safe.
there's a new update coming for Fallout 76, and I wish I could get into Fallout games and just vibe out and play those, but I can't. But I wish I could. They always look so cool to me from the outside. Fallout. And I heard Fallout
Yeah.
76 is like decent now.
It's one of those games where it's gotten better. It's, you know, overall it's got positive reviews, but I mean, it took a while, and I've already moved on from the Fallout franchise. Last Fallout game I played was Fallout 4, and I played a good amount of that. But yeah, it's just, you know, they did too much damage in the beginning, in my opinion.
Yep. I was trying to find this. Do you guys want to talk about COD?
I guess.
If we have to.
I want to start out. Sorry to the audio listeners. I want to start out with the reveal poster art for the viewers. Guys, this is what the reveal poster should have been. Because
I'm even curious.
That's what the game's going to be like within a week of launch. I saw this. I saw this on Instagram, and it's hilarious. So for those of you not able to watch on screen, basically someone took the poster key art for Black Ops 7 and replaced the whatever the guy's name is.
The actor, yeah, the main guy.
Replace the main guy with a Ninja Turtle, because within a week of this game launching, it's going to be Ninja Turtles and pothead skins and uwu cat girls running around the maps. So it's kind of silly, but yeah. I mean, do you want to kick it off, Buff, or you want my take, or do you want?
Let's go with your take first.
Well,
I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
Well, actually, I had a tweet that kind of did decent as well, with my opinion on it, and I think it sums it up. What I feel like
it does
is that, so I said none of this, like, so in regards to the trailer that they showed, I said none of this matters. This trailer was so sick, especially at the beginning. It looked like a new IP. It looked really cool. The truth is, none of the story, vibe, or anything matters. The campaign will be short, 3 hours or something. That's obviously, I'm joking, but it's going to be a short campaign, and the multiplayer will be mashups of wild pot smoking and uwu skins. This world building looks sick, but it's pointless. And that's my whole takeaway, is all this cool marketing, these cool trailers, like how the engine looked and stuff like that, is all absolutely pointless, because when the game launches, it's going to have none of this identity. It's going to look nothing like this. The graphics are going to look nothing like this because they're still building it for PS4s. Like, it's all bullshit. The marketing is all bullshit, and it's not going to look or resemble this at all. I don't get why they do all this crazy marketing and trailers and world building and put all this effort into world building for a short campaign that people are going to play for 2 days, and then it's going to never resemble the game again because it's going to be just a mashup of crossovers, uwu skins, and outlandish bullshit cartoons, and that's all the game's going to be. And like, I'm just exhausted by, like, they're doing this embrace the madness, the future is here, all this crazy shit about the campaign and the story of Call of Duty, and it's all going to be lost within a day or two of launch. It's so stupid. That's my take.
Yeah, I had some tweets that got like 500 plus likes, which I think were my biggest tweets ever. Maybe, but dude, I agree. It's straight COD cycle right now. I think it's COD 2K25, and the biggest mistake I think they've made over the past couple of years, besides how they handle Warzone and anti-cheat, is doing 2 Modern Warfares in a row and then 2 Black Ops in a row. There's just hardcore fatigue. The futuristic element of that, like, is not. I don't think that futuristic wall running, bouncing stuff, like when it was there for Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, like, no one liked it. So the fact that they're going back to that is concerning. I'm gonna sit this one out, man. I'm over it. It's the same
Same.
crap year after year. I can't relate to robots and David Mason looking at visions or whatever. If there's a free to play Blackout, I may try it if it's good. Blackout for Black Ops 4 was, I feel, the best battle royale for Call of Duty by far. Way better than Warzone. And it was paid, which made sense. I think that they need to do something with this free to play thing. Free to play is great, but you can't mitigate cheaters that way. So they need something where they have a payment method linked to the account to ban it. And cheaters aren't going to pay multiple times to keep playing. So when there's free to play options out there. So there's a lot they need to do here. I don't think they're going to do it. So but again, having a PC, I feel more bad for console players, but you do have Insurgency, and now you're going to get Ready or Not, and hopefully some other games along that AA genre, I would say, that are more milsim. And you have Armor Reforger, so there's a lot of options there now that weren't there before. But I'm not dropping 70, 80 bucks on COD, man. I'm over it. I'm like, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna play the multiplayer. It's gonna be the same crap, and you're going to level up weapons early for Warzone integration, which is going to have wall running and laser guns. Like that is exactly what I don't want to play. And I can pay $10 to $20 for a Steam game that it's exactly what I want. So why would I waste my money?
Yeah, you're 100% correct.
But Transit's coming to zombies, guys. Come on, didn't you guys
Oh,
see that?
dude. Oh, I didn't think about that. Shit,
Oh,
dude.
man, pre-order.
Oh my God.
They're bringing the bus driver back.
Yeah, I should get on that. Honestly, you're right.
You
you're
drive
right,
a hard
man.
bargain, Blue. You drive a hard bargain. But man, the start of that trailer, I was like, dude, this looks sick. I was like, the graphics were crazy, but then you realize it's going to be on the old gen consoles again to get the money from those guys. It's just like
that, dude. That's another thing that I wanted to make a rant about the other day. It's like, why next gen consoles have been out since 2020, dude. It's been 5 years, right? 4 to 5 years.
Feels like longer.
What's the purpose of having next gen consoles if we're not getting next gen graphics? Because we need to cater to last gen graphics. What are we doing? So it's like, so that's exactly my point, is why even buy consoles if I can pay a couple hundred more. In the case of PS5, I can pay the same to get a PC, right? That'll run games that look better. So it's like, why? They're in this weird spot right now, and Battlefield is guilty of this too, and a lot of the AAA studios, they're trying to milk money out of the old gen consoles, and it's holding them back. And there's games out there for PC that are taking advantage of the graphics. So like, why would I pay $70 for a half-baked game that's a 2K25 game that's going to give me basically the same graphics year after year because they can't move on because they're focused on money, and I'm going to get big, enormous dick Ninja Turtle skins? Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, what's going to be crazy too, like you talk about paying $70 for like a half-baked same game. I think it's going to be extra bad, man. Like I saw Black Ops 7 and I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me. We're getting up to into this. We're almost to Black Ops 10, and Black Ops 6 came out 10 months ago, and you're already feeding people Black Ops 7. And if the skins carry over, which since people spend a lot of money on skins, you should probably have skins carry over. The multiplayer,
but they won't.
Either way, like they're going to have some of the same skins in the store. The game is going to look and feel and be exactly the same as people just paid $80 for 10 months ago. It's crazy.
And that's the thing I don't get. Like COD 2019, I had some loot. I don't even want some lose. Like he was probably 11, commenting some crazy shit on all my posts. Like made like 13, 14 comments, just insane stuff, and ended with like a 1v1 me. It's like, dude, you're saying, and it was because he was mad that I said I liked Modern Warfare 2. And I liked Modern Warfare 2 because it was something different. It wasn't the same thing that we've had every single year. Same reason everyone liked Modern Warfare 2019, because it was different. So do you want the exact same? If you want the same game every year, why are they coming out with new games? And why are you paying money for the same thing you want every year? Why not allow a studio to take a risk and do something different and take it in for what it is? And people aren't doing that now because they want Warzone. Because if Warzone, Modern Warfare 2 failed because Warzone was slower. That's why people didn't like it. So now everyone hates Infinity Ward. But Infinity Ward is the only studio that takes Call of Duty to the next level every single time they come out with a title. Treyarch isn't out there reinventing and making new engines. They're not coming up with next gen graphics. Neither is Sledgehammer, Raven. They're not doing. Raven's just fucking. They're trying to figure out how to bag the groceries, the meat, and the laundry detergent. They're not doing. Raven is the most incompetent studio in the gaming industry, hands down. They don't know what's going on. They're just spinning in circles. But you know, Infinity Ward is doing. They're going to do something hopefully different with Modern Warfare 4, and that's what we need. If you want the same thing every year, why are you wasting money, $70 to $80 on a new game, and then spending 10 times that on store items? You buy 2 to 3 store items, you're spending more than you paid for the game, which is insane. People don't realize that. People don't understand that these days. They're like, oh yeah, games or whatever, and then like everything, battle pass is free, but you're dropping so much money on battle passes and skin and store items, which is why the DLC tier was way better and way cheaper.
And that's why you get the same every year, and that's why we're on Black Ops 7 10 months after Black Ops 6, because it's a cash cow because morons keep doing it.
And I'll say it was the same thing with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. That was the wrong move also. You need a 2 to 3 year development cycle, and you need to stop doing yearly releases, and you need to allow the studios time to make a game. And you also need to allow studios to work together to iterate upon titles and not backtrack on everything. Every time the COD comes out, we need ranked play 6 months down the road. We need weapon inspects 6 months down the road. We need the same crap year after year after year that was added to the previous game, but isn't in the launch of the next game.
Well, they'll never do that just because they make so much money. The turning point for me?
It's marketing.
Was it on that Sony lawsuit? Whenever they published the numbers from the court testimony, and it was just like 60 or 70% of it was something like that. Don't quote me on this. It was a massive percentage of people that own PlayStations only play Call of Duty. That's the only reason they have a console, and it was a big number. And it's like, we're cooked, man, because they're gonna launch it every year to get $80 a year out of all those millions of people, and like it's never gonna change. They don't have to improve. They don't have to do anything different. They keep making skins. People keep buying. All those people, the vast majority of them aren't on Twitter. They aren't watching epic podcasts like this one. They don't understand how big of a hosing they're taking. They're just locked into the Call of Duty world. Ooh, new skin. I'm going to buy it just works. And it's never going to change, man. Some of these would be I would be okay with a COD year release if it actually was a different game every year. If you saw this trailer and you're like, man, maybe the multiplayer would have some new score streaks, or the maps would be like this, or there'd be some new cosmetics from the campaign.
weapons, dude. The Black Ops 7, I saw the weapons list that was leaked already. They're bringing back the same crap that was in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and 4. It's all the same stuff, and that Modern Warfare goes to the same thing. They recycle weapons instead of doing new weapons, which again, they're just marketing. That's it.
I just wish somebody would make an S&D game.
You know what's sad? And we've talked about it here on the show before. It's like Infinity Ward, I think, is the best studio to just say, hey, we're making a grounded modern military Call of Duty, period. And they almost did it with Modern Warfare 2. But if they were like, hey, if you want fast movement, Black Ops style game, this is not for you. This is going to be a niche COD title, and did like an immersive, grounded Modern Warfare title, I think that would kill it because we're seeing what like Insurgency, Arma, what Ready or Not's going to do. I think they need to pick instead of trying studios. If they're doing it yearly, why not pick and cater to the audiences that your genre is geared towards? And they're not going to do that because it's all marketing and money, unfortunately, which is, I think Infinity Ward could make an amazing grounded tactical modern shooter. And it doesn't even need to be, and then people are going to be like, oh, go play Arma. It's like, well, it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be tactical realism. Like, either pick. Are you going to cater to people didn't like that game because they were able to slide cancel super fast in Warzone originally, and then they
Yeah.
couldn't move as fast. That's the only reason people hated it.
I mean,
So
look at the original Call of Duties. There's no way people
slower
are calling
movement, yeah,
those milsim games. You know,
right,
they're
yeah,
real. I would say realism because they're set in reality.
yeah, they're
You know, but
immersive.
even yeah, they're immersive. They still have big action set pieces in their campaigns. Their multiplayer. You weren't even. I'm thinking like Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 2 days. Like I mean, like you have multiplayer out there that was very still, I mean, quote unquote fast paced in terms of like the campaign and what people were playing in like slower tactical milsim games. You weren't taking corners and clearing rooms. You were running and gunning. That's how it was. Same thing in
Right.
what it is now. So it's like, I mean, way crazier now, but Call of Duty has never been a milsim game, never will be, and they could just go back to being, like you said, more realistic, more set and grounded. And I think you could cater to both. And if you still want to do another Warzone on top of that, go for it. But I mean, it's really that whole argument of just like go play Arma. It's such a dumb argument every time I see it.
It really is, because
Yeah,
those are very different games, and playing Arma, it is a dumb argument. I think like the realism, or not even the realism, like you said, Blue, the immersiveness of those old Modern Warfare titles, and even the original Black Ops and stuff was great. That like I want to, and then same with Battlefield. I want to be immersed in the time period,
mm-hmm.
and I want to feel like I'm there in the battle. I want to be able to relate to what I'm playing. If I'm playing
Yeah,
with robots with the same guns from the past 6 Black Ops titles, I don't feel immersed. I don't feel, it's not relatable to me. So
yeah.
that's my
I think the
biggest gripe.
first Black Ops First World War did a really good job
Yeah,
as
they
well
did a
too.
great
Yeah,
job, 100%. And and I even thought Cold War was fine for what it was, to be honest. I
Basically,
think they need to get away from Warzone needs to be a separate entity, and the multiplayers need to be a separate entity also. And they need to get away. I feel like they need to get away from the yearly cycle, but they're not going to, because it's all driven by money, which is unfortunate because they're
basically,
making way too much.
basically, you're saying what I'm saying in a different way, and I'm saying is I want a game with an identity. Like
Yes.
have
Yeah.
a setting, have some shit, and stick to it, and have your own identity. Like you can tell. I feel like you're gonna be able to pick up Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 and show a match from either one, and you're not gonna be able to tell the fucking games apart because they're just a mashup of bullshit.
Well, someone did a post on that, and they showed like the first person HUD of like a loading in the game, and they showed it across 3 different titles, and it was basically the exact same. The point was you can't tell these games apart if I didn't tell you. And it was true.
yeah.
You wouldn't. I looked at it originally and was like, these are all Modern Warfare 2 or 3, and they were completely all 3 different titles. So yeah, I agree. I mean, COD, I think unfortunately it just became a cash cow now. And that's gonna only bring them so far until the fan base rebels from that, and then they're going to need to correct course, the same as they did with Modern Warfare 2019. So we need to wait for that to happen. Hopefully, Battlefield can correct course from their amazing couple
If
titles.
Battlefield is the way it's going now, they also don't bring in that horrible class system they brought up in the past couple
Yeah, get away from that. Don't do
statement they
that.
did. Yeah, give us give us a basic simple class system. But if they have that realistic, grounded, gritty look, hardcore gameplay, hopefully that just shows to Call of Duty that they would need to come in. It literally happened with the whole Battlefield 1, you know, versus Call of Duty Infinite Warfare situation. Like they they went the complete opposite, and Battlefield dominated that year.
Yeah, the Battlefield's
Yeah, the year of Infinite Warfare. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield's probably going to be the one that am going to play, but it's still not going to be perfect. I don't think they're going to have server browsers. I think they're going to have some kind of engagement optimized matchmaking, and I think they're going to have a lot of skins, and a lot of them are going to get out there. They're not going to be as crazy as COD. They're not going to have like Ninja Turtles and shit, but like they're going to have some wild skins that don't make any sense, and they're going to have a lot of skins, and they're going to have no server browser, which is a huge bummer to me.
Or rent a server, and that's my biggest concern with Battlefield is in all these games they're backtracking. Like Battlefield and COD, they're doing easy skins that they know little Jimmy's going to use mommy's credit card for instead of for Battlefield, for
Jimmy,
example.
no.
Yeah, right. The
No.
same thing I thought with Battlefield 3 and 4,
No,
and we've talked about here before. No, Jimmy, is you have these are skins for the U.S. faction for like Navy SEALs, Green Berets, and it's skins for your character for each class, skins for the weapons for each class. Instead of like weapon bundles with weapons, because then you can't, if something's overpowered, you can't take it away because people paid for it. So instead you do skins for each weapon class, like assault rifles, LMGs. You do skins for each soldier class, assault, engineer, support, sniper, things like that. That's the way I think you do it and make a good game. Unfortunately, they're not going to make, probably they're worried they're not going to make as much money. But I think where we are in gaming, I think you're going to make as much, if not more money, if you do it correctly. The question is, are any studios these days capable of doing it correctly? And I don't think they are. They haven't shown that in the past 10 years, I don't think.
No, they're just min-maxing to make money. That's it. At the end of the day, it's a bummer around here.
It was funny because I knew what the trailer was when it popped up because I saw it
really?
earlier.
I was fooled.
Yes, I saw just watching Fry's reaction.
I was there with Fry too.
knowing
what did he react? He reacted to COD.
happen.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
He
on
was-
stream, like watching his
Oh,
face
really?
live, just go from like, oh, okay, really, this is interesting, and then just like no emotion on the face, just straight, just that was that. I felt bad, but yeah, it was funny to see because it's just like, oh no, I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen.
I did the same thing, dude. I watched that trailer, but I watched it from, I think, Charlie Intel, so I already knew it was probably COD.
What's
And it was just, I was like,
what's kind of crazy is like I kind of bitch and complain about like free to play games with a ton of skins and stuff in them. But we're talking about premium Battlefield and COD. We're talking about premium AAA titles that also have a shitload of annoying skins. Like they're doing both. Like it's not an either or thing. Like they're charging a bunch of money off rip and then they're squeezing every dollar they can out of you with FOMO skins.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it's shitty. It's really important, man. Call of Duty, I think, has had really great titles. Like Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, I really, really liked Modern Warfare 2. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was great. If you're a Warzone player, I understand. That's the thing I had. I did a lot of back and forth in some of my posts there where it had like so many. That was one of the largest engagement posts I've had. But like some people were like, "Oh, you like sitting in corners?" Like, no, I love the fast movement. But for what Modern Warfare 2 was, for the multiplayer, I really enjoyed the modes that I played specifically. I didn't play regular TDM and stuff like that. I played different modes, and I enjoyed that immersive feeling. And then I played DMZ. I played a little bit of Warzone. I thought it was fine, but I thought DMZ was far superior. So if you're a Warzone player or you're a fast-moving slide cancel player, I understand completely. Like, I get it. And I'm not going to argue against that. Like, I understand. But I think and that's where I think we talked about this leading to Modern Warfare 2's launch, right? It's like if they make the gameplay different for those modes, like multiplayer is something, Warzone something, DMZ is something, co-op, whatever. If they can change that, that would make everyone happy. But they didn't do that. And I think that was one of the rumors we talked about leading up to launch. They haven't done that yet. So I think if they did that, that would have made everyone would have been happy, right? Multiplayer people get what they want. Warzone gets what they want. DMZ gets something. Co-op mode gets what they want. It's a nice balance.
I know that's the S&D mode that you played a lot too, Crash, on that one specifically. And I remember, like, even when the next Modern Warfare game came out, you were still going back.
Yeah, we still played Modern Warfare 2 for a long time. Roman numeral 2.
Yeah.
For a long time.
For a while. Like, yeah.
Our stats on that game were insane, dude. My win loss on that was incredible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
You
Modern
could
Warfare 2
actually
is great. I loved Modern
you
Warfare
could
2.
actually use your brain and play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a good time in Modern Warfare 2. It was really, really fun. The multiplayer mode was great, and Warzone. Justin and I had
I
the
even
duo.
tried it out.
Justin and I had the duo world record for kills for a little period of time before people beat us.
Hmm.
But we had 18 kills in the game as a duo in DMZ as 18 operators. We wiped, if not that whole server, majority of the server. It's hard to tell, but we held that record for a little bit. It was great. So that's what makes it fun, man. We'll see.
All right. Another game that I saw that intrigued me was Madang.
Madang.
Somebody
Madang.
get Madang.
What is
Madang.
what is this?
Madang. Two
I don't know
hearts.
I don't know what that is.
So it's a game set in Korea. I can't remember if it's North and South or
Mudang. Yeah,
or
it's
both.
Korean. It's Korean.
but it's like a stealth action game. So it kind of reminded me like some of the like Splinter Cell type stuff, but you're like a special ops person on the track of a mystery surrounding a K-pop star. So there's like some
I thought it was hilarious just hearing that part. Just
yeah, the K-pop, yeah. But there were like tanks and like crazy looking stuff in the trailer. I was like, this looks cool. And then there's like K-pop woo stuff, and I got confused. But then you see like some of the stealth gameplay where the dude's like crawling up in the rafters on the pipes and stuff and using
like,
suppressors.
drops down and freaking
Yeah, drops down and knifes that dude.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool, actually. So I don't know that. This is one of the like 2 trailers the entire weekend. I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. So
yeah, it was definitely that, and for me the other game I was looking into was Expanse, The Expanse.
oh yeah, have you ever
RPG.
watched the program?
Dude, great show. Freaking great show.
Have you watched
the and
No, I have not.
no, the action scenes in that, because it's like it's kind of based in like some reality in terms of like space physics and stuff like that, but I mean it's very loosely based in it. But yeah, it's kind of like I don't know exactly what the game's gonna be. I don't know if I think it's I don't know if it's an MMO. I know it's an RPG for sure, but just from the cinematics, I would like to see more gameplay in the future as well too. But I mean, I'm just kind of scanning through the trailer again. I got excited. It's also like a universe that would make a great RPG as well too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, isn't that what this is? Like it's like an RPG. It's not an MMO, but it's like an RPG game. Like it's like it's kind of a story.
Yeah. I'm very curious how it's gonna play. You know, I'm definitely, it's definitely third person and stuff like that from what I can tell. But
it looks good. I saw a Big
looks
Fry comment
great.
on it.
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone's like, "How am I just learning about this?" It looked like a nice SOCOM alternative for sure.
yeah, it's got, I'm sure you'll fight, because it looks from the trailer, you'll fight like around space stations in space, move your way into it and stuff like that. And yeah. I don't know
third person.
When it takes, there's some third person elements to it. So but I don't know if it takes place before the show, after the show. Like, I don't know exactly.
Interesting. I don't know. What's this jump ship stuff I've been seeing from you, Blue?
Oh, dude,
What's
such
going
a fun
on
game.
with you there?
It's a cool game just to play with friends. You can even kind of do it solo because you get like a little robot. But anyways, jump ship is basically Sea of Thieves in space, and it's PvE co-op FPS for up to 4 players. And it's pretty cool. It's roguelite, where it's like if you like go choose a specific mission, depending on the difficulty, it can either be from like a 20-minute mission to like an hour long mission, because it's like you'll choose like the main objective, and then to get to that main objective you have to go through different areas, and it's all like line based. So like if you're going if you want to take the left path, you can only take that left path, but you'll miss some stuff on the right. So it's like you have to pick and choose where you want to fight, and then you can either fight ship to ship. You can be the pilot, you can be the engineer who's the one fixing up the ship, You could be the gunner. You can be someone who boards enemy ships. You can like grapple onto the as you're fighting. You have a little jetpack. You jetpack over to the enemy ship. You grapple on. You fight all the robots, and then you like set the ship to self destruct. And then that's like space battles. There's like battles that are like on a little moon, so you can like you're like fighting in atmosphere. It looks really good too. It's on Unity as well too, so it runs pretty good. I mean, for all the demos that have been out for Steam Next Fest, this was for sure like the most smooth running demo out there. Um, and it's like you have your moments where it's like you can be fighting in like really hectic battles, and then it calms down, and all of a sudden more enemy reinforcements jump in, or like we saw like an asteroid storm come in. You had to like quickly take the ship, run and take cover. We were like dodging like asteroids on the way to cover because it caught us off guard. Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. It's all first person. You got like basic weapons. You have like an SMG. You have your pistol that never runs out of ammo. So it's like your sidearm is also like your repair tool, which is kind of cool. You have like rail guns, rocket launchers, um, and then it's all right now. It's all only one sector, but like on the galaxy map, there's like multiple sectors, and then there's also probably gonna be like multiple ships and upgrades for your ships, and there's customization for your helmet, and different suits do different things, like one's for combat and one's for engineering, one's for a hazmat suit because there's radiation in the game where you have to like walk into. There's a lot to it, man. It's like the fact that this is a demo really impressed me. It really, I mean, I was able to get at least 14 hours in, and I want to be playing some more. And I know the Steam Next Fest ends on the 16th, so it kind of sucks that we did all this gameplay and we like leveled up and upgraded our ship, but I think it's gonna get wiped, which is fine because like I would like to start again now knowing how to play the game.
Yeah.
Also you can make pizzas and drink beer on ship.
Let's
So
All right.
go.
I'm
yeah,
I'm in.
you know.
I'm in. Yeah. Crash
Sadly,
and I are in. We're
sadly,
downloading.
You son of a
sadly, it's
bitch, I'm
only
in.
pineapple. It's only pineapple
all I needed
pizza.
to
I'm
hear.
sorry.
It's only pineapple pizza.
It's only pineapple pizza.
I'm not a
That's the
big
only
pineapple
one.
pizza
I
hater
like
guy.
it. I like it.
No, okay. Well, then you guys will be fine. There's
don't
beer
hate it.
though. It's called Jump Brew or something like that. So, um, yeah, yeah. Like, and there's like it actually costs materials to like make the pizza and brew the beer. So it's funny, but yeah. I mean, also the soundtrack on this game, they didn't have to go hard on it. It's really good. The sound design is really good. The guns shoot really well. And they sound really well. The explosions and the rockets and all the sound cues. I mean, what's funny? They commented on my video, the company, Keepsake Games, if I remember correctly. Where is it? Yeah, Keepsake Games official. So they're like, because I made a really cool intro, so they really liked it, and they said super honored for the praise. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So but the fact that it's like a small team, you see, like when you load up the game, you see the team, it's like I maybe like 10-15 people, something like that. So a lot of people do also, they compare it to another game that's like this called Void Crew, which is up to 6 players. I haven't played it, so I can't tell if it's a good game or not. It's got good reviews, but I know some of my friends were like saying like they'd rather play Jump Ship depending on it. So it's, even though it's only 4 players, it's simpler. I think they said the ships and the atmosphere and like the different locations look better. It's sitting at very positive reviews out of 2,400 reviews. So like it's doing pretty good. And it's fun. I think definitely I kind of wish there were some PvP elements. This is the one game I kind of wish like at least some arena mode, because I think, to be honest, it's like the shooting and the guns in this game feel really good, and I was just like, wow, where is this in a PvP game? So yeah, that's fun. It's fun. Definitely check it out. It's free right now to go check out the demo. And we'll see when, and there's no release date that I can tell right now either. So yeah. Oh, and they kept patching and updating the demo. during this Steam Next Fest. Like some games that released the demo, they'll just release it and then let it be. But these guys are like setting up updates and putting them out, which is kind of crazy. So
Interesting.
mm-hmm.
Nice. No, it looks cool. It looks kind of, it
Yeah.
reminds you just the co-op part of it. I know what the gameplay isn't, but it reminds me of Helldivers. But it, and kind of like,
And it's got like a Helldivers
Kinda
map
looks like
in the
it.
beginning. Like you choose the map, and you can what's the word? You got to choose where to fight, So
Yeah,
I'm
and
curious to see where it leads
did
next.
you ever play Marauders?
I did.
The
I
ship
did.
to ship stuff reminds me of
A
that.
little bit. It's got a little bit of Marauders feel. I see where you're going, and there's even like escape pods on the ship that you can like. It's like a periscope, and then you launch out to whatever ship you want to fight on. So
Nice. That's pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Always good to find little gems like that.
Yeah.
I
I think it'd be good.
don't think I had anything else. Did you guys have anything?
The only thing I had was operator, which we can cover next week because I know
Uh,
they're gonna do some hot fixes. Honestly,
we got time if you want to. I can.
we can do it. We can cover it really quick.
Yeah, sure.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to go in there, but yeah, I can cover the basics for sure. You wanna?
Yeah, it's definitely. I saw the update come out.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty sick.
I was keeping an eye on it. I checked out the trailer and I was like, okay, all right, they're cooking.
And honestly, like, yeah, you can just pull up probably either the trailer on their thing, Crash, or my video. But the trailer, I don't know. Either way is fine. But yeah, I mean, that game's been in a weird state for a couple of years now. I used to play it on my streaming PC, and it got to the point where it wouldn't run. And then I played it on my new PC, and it just wasn't. Like, they were in the middle of updates, and things just weren't clear, blah, blah, blah. And now, this update, there's a couple issues, but the game looks amazing. And the game looks amazing and it plays amazing. I think, honestly, and I was talking to Justin, who I play with a bunch, and I was like, the gunfights in this game, like the gunplay and the world play, is one of the best games I've played. Like, as far as detail and everything, like, it is. Like, you can see so right here is just me showing off one of the first levels with the new weapons. So the new weapons, if you guys are interested, is the Mark 46. You got the ST11, 2011 right there, pistol. So the Mark 46 light machine gun that I'm going to be using, the ST2011. You also have the APC 9 and the Remington 870. And I think those are the only weapons, I believe. I'm still going to do a video soon, probably tomorrow, of everything for the change, because they also added like 200 plus cosmetics for your operator and weapons and everything. So there's a lot there with this update. They also changed like a bunch of things as far as gunsmithing, everything like that. But the game looks amazing. You can see here that like the graphics on this particular level are awesome. The AI overhaul, everything like that. So it's a ton of fun. I'm just playing this solo, and it's really, really hard. It took me, in this latest video I did, it took me 3 tries just to get through this mission alone. It's a lot of fun. So I really, really like, you can see like just the attention to detail on the weapons and the graphics there as I'm reloading. You have to chamber rounds also, which is key. So there could be a situation where you run dry and you reload and you don't fire weapons and die. And they happen to me a bunch. So you have to close the bolt or chamber the round for your weapons every single time you reload an empty mag. So there's a lot to that. It's honestly, as far as realism goes, it's my favorite game right now. And that's not playing Arma or Squad recently, but as far as the attention to detail and like the immersiveness with realism aspects, like having a chamber round close a bolt is huge. So it's a lot of fun. Right there, I accidentally like fat fingered something. I was freaking out, hitting the Windows key, I think it was. But yeah, the Mark 46, the weapon customization is great. You can see a lot of other games. You can see the Mark 46, for example. You can check your mags in the Mark 46. You don't really need to, because you can see if the belt's running dry with the belt feed. So it's a really, really fun game. And it's co-op. You can host a server, play with friends, all that. So I'm planning on getting some weapon or some games in with Justin right there. I have the Sig M7 or the Spear right there. And the Mark 46. So it's a really solid update. If you guys have played this before, or if you haven't, it was on sale till I think early morning today, but it's still only probably $20. So
Yeah, it's $20 US here.
yeah, I think it's personally, if even if you're playing it alone, I think it's worth it because I like playing with the weapons, customization, and running things solo. I haven't even played co-op yet, so doing that with friends, my Discord crashes, blues. People will definitely be willing to do that. So you can see right there, I just died. Right, I just got one tapped in that window. So the AI overhaul it's a big deal for sure. So it's a great game. Really good update, operator 0.7 update, and they're working on some bugs that I submitted, Justin submitted, and some other people that aren't working as expected. So expect another hot fix over the couple of hot fixes probably the next week or two, most likely.
Gotcha.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't see too many other people like talking about or playing this game, so it's interesting that you have been in it. I can just tell from this, like the up, didn't they did a bunch of graphics, right? Like it looks way better just overall, right? Like,
Oh, the graphics had a huge overhaul for
yeah,
sure.
it looks like a different game from when the last time
Yeah,
we
it
talked
definitely does not look like how it used to. So
about it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a ready or not kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Justin hadn't played it too much, and I made him install it, and he was like, "Oh, it feels like a lesser Ready or Not." But I came back and I was like, "It may, but the gunplay and everything like that, and the environments feel better for me.
yeah, I mean,
For me
hey,
personally,
at least it's not Ground Branch where it's still being developed all this time. So
and to be fair, Ground Batch had a pretty good update recently, which I need to dive into more. So they're at least doing
that's
something.
true.
But
Yeah,
operator, I mean,
how it's been
it's
developed for
been
like as long as Star Citizen.
2013, I think. Yeah, but I mean, you can see there's obviously things they need to still update here. I don't know how big the development studio is, but you can just see the graphics are night and day better. And I have some old videos on my channel. If you just search operator on my channel, you'll see me running this mission in previous updates. This is
Completely
night and day
different.
different compared to the previous runs graphically for sure. And the AI.
Sweet.
The AI used to suck. They're intense right now. So it's a good game. I would recommend it for sure. $20, definitely worth it, and it's only going to get better. So
Yeah, it seems like it's
Nice.
worth the money now for sure. Yeah, I had to talk about Ferocious. We could talk about a little bit, but that was definitely more of a single player shooter.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I'll pull up whatever. I'm down for anything.
Yeah, outside the production team, a little live stream here because I played it and it was I saw like a couple. I remember like Tacti made a video on it, and then I saw like Fooster, who is another good YouTuber, make a video on it, and
Oh, this game.
it was in the beginning I was kind of like I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of ran kind of crappy. It was like 40 to 50 FPS like on a decent run, and I think it's also Unreal Engine. No, is it Unreal Engine? I might be lying. It might be Unity. I know it is Unity. Actually, it is Unity. So it was actually kind of weird that it was Unity, that it was running pretty bad. But no, I actually I started playing more into it, and there's like an actual story behind it, and I was like, okay, I get it. And then on top of that, you can control dinosaurs in that game, which was kind of when I found out that you could do that, I was like, no way. And like I picked up a little they're called dryosaurs, and then you picked it up and you actually hold it, and I was like, oh, it changed the whole game for me. It was kind of funny because I was like bashing on the game a little bit, and then the second I was able to control dinosaurs, I was like, no, game of the year, right here.
That's
This
funny.
is it. This is gonna beat every game out there.
Goaty.
I will say, yeah, I will say, they say it's a survival game, and maybe because I was playing on normal difficulty, it didn't really feel as survival as it could have been. I mean, you go and you pick up different items in the game where you craft your own bandages, you make spears, you can make what's the word like you got to make batteries or find batteries of what it is to power your stuff, and it's like a bunch of things that are like, okay, I see the potential. I think it's I don't want to say it's one guy making it, but I know it's a really super small team. Maybe like 2-3 guys to be fair. So it might
That
maybe one
UI
guy
is
making
wild.
this. So it's definitely, it was the demo of all demos. It's a demo. It's 100%. Like I went from playing Jump Ship that felt super refined to then playing this, and I was just like, "Ugh, this hurts." But it's got like shooting mechanics. It's got, like you could point. I just figured out you could point shoot in that game with like your AR. There's like AKs and ARs, and there's like a crafting system where you actually like go up to a crafting table and then you can like put on a red dot, put on an ACOG. The red dot was always off centered as well too. It was like to the right for some reason. I don't know why, but I will say though, like the set and like the area looks gorgeous. I mean, like there's a waterfall that's going through a river. There's like dinosaurs that come out. There's like one dinosaur that came out the river and ate a parasaur in the neck and like dragged it down. And
Jeez.
there's like parts where like if there's like a dead body and there's flies around it, you go through the flies, they go up on your screen. So they're like crawling on
damn.
you and stuff like that. And there's even like there's a arachnophobia mode as well too. And then there's another mode that you can turn off like the insects and stuff like that too. Um so yeah, and there's like puzzles in it too. So like you have to like use the dinosaurs to like tell them to go fetch a stick from a little like pillar in order to open the door. So, or like one of the things was like you can tell the dinosaurs, like the little guys, to go over to a certain area and make noise, which then will attract other creatures that if you're like in the middle, like if you want to attack a compound of mercenaries, you can like send a dinosaur out there, tell it to make noise, and then it'll attract other creatures. And then even one of them was a triceratops looking type of dinosaur. And I told it to go attack, and it just ran through a wooden gate and like knocked over a tower, started killing guys over there and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, all right, this is actually kind of cool.
That's crazy.
Like, it is single player only, but it was like, okay, I see the vision. I just need optimization is definitely one of the biggest things. I think that's what was holding it back, was just like, because I even tried it off stream because I was like, oh, maybe it's just my stream. Nah, it was just bad. So yeah, it's super interesting to see. And yeah, in the beginning I was testing out a lot of stuff, but yeah, it's fun. It's definitely, I definitely would I wouldn't pay money right now for it. I would definitely keep an eye out for it. I know it's only a demo, so you can go check it out yourself, but yeah, we'll see what happens after this. I hope the guys got a lot of feedback from this. So
Yeah, that's awesome. It looks hilarious.
yeah,
People have wanted a
there's
dinosaur
you
shooting
can
game
shoot.
for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Turok back in the day, man.
Turok
like,
was
that
great.
So it's like seeing this and like seeing the idea behind it. It's like, okay, I definitely can get behind this.
Called
So and I
Ferocious,
remember
huh?
it was definitely like something, a game that I was keeping my eye out on, and then I didn't realize it was giving it a demo. So
Nice.
it's fun.
Cool, man. Well, I think that's a show. We covered a lot of shit.
Yep.
We did.
Yeah,
Good
we did.
stuff.
Does a lot of stuff. Summer Game Fest,
I know
man.
next week will be this time next week. The new Incursion update will be out for
Ooh, good.
creators next week, Wednesday. So we'll
Can't
have
wait.
something to talk about on Thursday.
Oh, nice.
So,
All right, then. Well,
Ready for that.
cool. I think that's it. We did it.
that's it.
Make sure everyone pre-orders Black Ops 27 and
No,
Battlefield 35.
I'm holding
immediately.
it. I'm holding my money till Black Ops 34.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, that's going to be the
You guys
best.
are joking, but I feel like it's gonna be.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy for sure.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you are here and want to support the show, there's a lot of free ways to do it. You can share the stream. You can like the stream. You can show it to friends. Bring someone back with you next week when we go live. Same with the audio listeners. We appreciate you guys very much. If you want to leave us a review on Apple or Spotify, it helps out the program. With that being said, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you on the other side. Catch you later, guys.